Hello everyone and welcome once again to MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you. I'm your host, your host, and as usual in the host mode, Mohit Jain. And yes, Cognizant have started hiring from 2023 pass out batch, and this particular session is designed to solve few questions on numerical ability which you might find if you are writing or attempting this online test. So drill is very simple. Look out for the question, try to solve it yourself, pause the session, try to solve it yourself, and then look out for the answers. So best wishes to everyone, and on this note, let's start now. You must be following the drill. Please pause the session and try to solve it yourself. And remember that on-screen calculator is not available. There are no negative marks, so please do the calculations very carefully. Mark invested $50,000 at 10% annual interest, compounded semi-annually. That means for Mark, investment is 50,000, 10% semi-annually, that means effective rate is 5% per 6 months. And Joe invested double the amount, that is 1 lakh, at half the interest rate. So half the interest rate of 10% is 5%, compounded annually. This is per annum. The total interest earned by Mark would be 5% on 50,000 would be 2500. Again for the next 6 months would be 2500. On 2500, Mark would be earning 5 more percent. 2500 into 5 by 100 is 125. Okay, this is about 1 year. Total interest earned by Mark is what percent of Joe's 1 year interest? 1 lakh, 5% is 5,000. If both have invested for 1 year, bingo. We have just calculated for 1 year, and the question, it was also 1 year. So the interest earned by Mark is 5125 and by Joe is 5,000. So they are asking that total interest earned by Mark, 5125, is what percent of interest earned by Joe. So we would be dividing by 5,000 into 100. Gone. So 5, it would be 102.5%. So it is equivalent to 103%. So total interest earned by Mark is 103% of Joe's interest. Option B is the pick. A square is inscribed in a circle of radius A units. We have a circle and we have a square which is inside this circle. Radius is A units. And an equilateral triangle is inscribed in a circle of radius 2A units. So we have a circle. Inside that we have an equilateral triangle, and radius of this circle is 2A units. Find the ratio of length of side of the square. Okay, now when we look into this figure 1, the diagonal of the square is nothing but diameter of the circle. So let the square side be x, then x square plus x square equals to 2a square. Pythagoras theorem. Perpendicular square plus base square equals to hypotenuse square. We know that this is 90 degree. So 2x square equals 4a square. Okay. Then x is equals to root 2a. This is the side of the square side. Now, when we look in figure 2, this is an equilateral triangle, and let the side of the equilateral triangle is y. And if we look carefully, this circle is nothing but circumcircle to this equilateral triangle. And 2a is the circumradius. Now we know the circumradius is equals to product of the three sides of the triangle divided by 4 times the area of the triangle. So now circumradius here is 2a. Product of the three sides of the triangle is y into y into y, that is y cube. 4 times into area of the equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square. So what we get here is y is equals to root 3, 2 root 3a. Now we are looking out for the ratio x upon y, that is root 2a upon 2 root 3a. A cancel out, root 2 will come here, cancel out 2 with root 2 times. So it would be 1 upon root 2 into root 3 is root 6. That means the required ratio is 1 is to root 6. Do we have this? Yes, we have this in option C. Nana invests some amount in a saving bank account that earns an interest of 4% compounded quarterly. That means effective rate would be 4 by 4, that is 1% per quarter. If the amount at the end of 6 months means 2 quarters, 1 quarter is of 3 months, is 836890, then find the amount invested. Let the amount invested is P, then amount equals P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. So amount here is 836890. We are looking out for P. R is 1% and n is 2 because we are dealing with 2 quarters. Therefore P is 836890 divided by, and this would be 101 by 100. So 101 by 100 square. Okay, so 836890 into 100 into 100 divided by 101 into 101. Now, instead of solving this, if we look at the option, here it is being divided by 101 only twice. So answer has to be more than 8 lakhs. The only option available which is more than 8 lakhs is 820400, and now we can check. So instead of doing tedious calculation, it is also advisable to look out for the options. And now if you want to check, you can check it. You can divide this and check. You will get 820400, and that is the answer. Samantha gained an amount of $40 when she sold her bike at a profit of 8%. So 8% of cost price is equals to 40. What is the cost price of the bike? Cost price of the bike is 100% of cost price would be 40 by 8 into 100. That goes 5 times. That is $500. Option D is the pick. Very interesting question. This kind of question was regularly asked on many screens, and 2 different type of questions were asked based on the same data. So I haven't taken the option. Let us discuss this. Jay owns a shop of furniture. He gives a discount of 20% whenever a customer makes card payment on the purchase. Let M denotes the percentage above the cost price that he must mark up. So markup is M%. The price of the item in order to make a profit of Z%. And actual profit he wants is Z%. Now from rule 3 of profit and loss, we know that actual profit is equals to M minus D minus MD by 100. So actual profit is Z, that is equals to M minus 20 minus 20 M by 100. So we get Z plus 20 equals 4M by 5. We'll get 80M by 100, that would be 4M by 5. So this is the relationship which we can get. Now let us see what is asked. Okay, what can be the possible values of M? Note M and Z are natural numbers. Bingo. What is the minimum value of Z? Now he wants to make profit. As simple as that. And we are looking out for the possible values of M. First of all, M should be a multiple of 5. So that 4M by 5 gives us a natural number in return. M is multiple of 5. Done. First observation. Second, discount given is 20%. That means marked up has to be greater than 20%. If marked up is not greater than 20%, he can't make any profit. And over that, it is known that M is multiple of 5. So let us assume that M is equals to 25. If M is equals to 25, then 4 into 25 by 5 is equals to 20. That means in this case, Z plus 20 is equals to 20, Z is equals to 0. That means if marked up is 25%, then there will be no profit, no loss. So any value which is greater than 25%, N is multiple of 5. So we can say this thing about M, that M should be greater than equals to 30% and M is multiple of 5. That means it is 5x. First thing, this is clear. What can be the possible values of M? Possible values of M are anything which is 30 or more than 30 but multiple of 5. That means 30, 35, 40, 45, anything. Now, what is the minimum value of Z? We know that when M was 25, Z is 0. But he is looking out for a profit. That means minimum value of Z will be attained when M is equals to 30. So Z plus 20 is equals to 4 into 30 by 5. That is 24. Therefore, Z equals to 24 minus 20, that is 4. So minimum value, minimum profit that this fellow can do is 4% when the marked up is 30% and he is giving 20% discount. So what can be the possible values of M? Anything more than or equals to 30 but multiple of 5. Given that M and Z are natural numbers, and what is the minimum value of Z? Minimum value of Z is 4%. Just remember these things. Three points A, B and C divide the side PQ of a rectangle PQRS in 4 equal parts. We have a rectangle PQRS is divided by ABC in 4 equal parts. Okay. What is the ratio of area of rectangle and the triangle BCR? BCR. Okay. Let this QR is 1 unit and these all are also 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. That means length is 4 unit and breadth is 1 unit. That means area of rectangle is 4 into 1, that is 4 square units. Now, area of triangle BCR is half into base, base is 1, into height. Height is nothing but this breadth of the rectangle. This is 90 degree extended, this is the height, which is taken as 1. That means area of triangle BCR is half square units. We are looking out for the ratio of these two areas. So ratio of these two areas is 4 is to half, that is 8 is to 1. We can find the ratios because both are square units obviously. 8 is to 1, option B is the pick. Very interesting question. This type of question was asked with 4-5 different data changes, but the concept was same. So please solve it properly and see. Brilliant, a conman was running along a road at 10 kph. He crossed a cop moving at a speed of 15 kph in the opposite direction. Okay. Conman was moving this way, cop was moving this way. They meet at this point M, suppose, meeting point. The cop has to continue for 16 minutes before he could find a gap in the road and start chasing him. Suppose here was the gap. So this distance was traveled by the cop in 16 minutes. And let this conman reaches this point after 16 minutes. Okay. So our job is to find out what was the gap between policeman, cop, and the conman, that is brilliant, once the cop started chasing him from the back. So that is nothing but this distance. Both of them had traveled 16 minutes. For 16 minutes, conman traveling at 10 kph and cop traveling at 15 kph. So 15 plus 10 is 25. So 25 kilometers in 1 hour. Then how much distance is traveled in 16 minutes? This is the distance between these 2 points, if we say A and point C. Once the cop have started chasing him from the back. First we need the distance between cop and the conman once they started chasing in the same direction. That is 25 by 60 into 16, 5, 5, 5, 12, 4, 3, 4, 4. That is 20 by 3 kilometers. Now, when this cop is chasing this conman, in what time the cop would be able to catch this? For this, we will use the relative speed concept. Every hour, the distance between Billiard, the conman, and the cop is reducing by 15 minus 10, that is 5 kilometers. So the distance between A and C in the beginning was 20 by 3 kilometers. So to reduce this 20 by 3 kilometers at the rate of 5 kilometer per hour, how much time would be required? So time to catch is 20 by 3 divided by 5. That is 4 by 3 hours. We'll multiply this by 60. So we'll get 80 minutes. That means from this gap to the point where the cop has caught this conman, cop require 80 minutes. Now what is the question? Question is, find the total time taken in minutes by the cop to catch Brilliant from the time he crossed him. From this point to the time of reaching the gap is 16 minutes. And now from the gap to the point where he actually caught the conman is 80 minutes. So total time required is 96 minutes. Look at the solution very carefully. Go through it once again. And the entire solution is divided into 2 to 3 parts. First is 10 plus 15, 25 into 16 by 60 will give you the distance. Distance divided by the relative speed into 60 will give you time. That time plus the initial time is the answer. 3 steps solution. Do it. A and M rent a pasture for 6 months. A feeds her 40 cows for 4 months. That means actually 40 into 4, we can say 160 cow months. Cow months were feeded by A. If both pay the rent equally, okay, then B should also feed 160 cow months, because both are paying the rent equally. Then how many cows can Mary, okay, this is not B, this is M, feed for the remaining 2 months? So for Mary also, she require 160 cow months, which is equals to number of cows into 2 months of holding. So number of cows fed by Mary is 160 by 2, that is 80. Option C is the pick. Please pause the session, read the question carefully and then solve. Hopefully you are following the drill. Just looking at the solution won't help. I'm also going through the question before I'm starting to solve. So Winnie secured 49.5% of total votes polled in an election. She lost to her opposition by 30,000 votes. All the votes polled were valid. Find the number of votes polled if there were only two contestants. Winnie 49.5%, opponent 100 minus 49.5, that is 50.5%. Difference in the margin is of 1% of the total votes, which is equivalent to 30,000 votes. So 100% of the valid votes are 30,000 and two more zeros. That is 30 lakh. So find the number of votes. These are 30 lakhs and that is in option A. Probability. James is a professional basketball player in the NBA and is practicing for the championship event. He has made over 1 lakh three-pointer shots in his career and has a 92% success rate. The probability that he will shoot a three-pointer is 0.92 and he will not shoot a pointer is 1, not shoot a three-pointer is 1 minus 0.92, that is 0.08. James on an average makes 5 free throws in a game and he is taking that as a reference for practice. What is the probability of him making first three-pointer shots? First 3 should be three-pointer shots back to back and missing the rest. And he have thrown it 5 times. Missing the rest will be the next 2 are P bar. So the probability goes like 0.92 whole cube. 0.92 into 0.92 into 0.92 into 0.08 whole square. Now we need to just multiply 92 into 92 into 92 into 8 into 8 by 10 to the power 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 to the power 10. Okay, let's multiply and do it. 92 into 92 is 8, 6 gone, 8, 4, 6, 4. Okay, into 92 will give me 7, 7, 8, 6, 8, 8. And we have got into 64. So that would be nearly 4, 9, 8, 3, 6, 0, 3, 2, hardly matters. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dot is the required probability or 0.0049. Okay, bingo. We have that in option A. Be patient and multiply. After getting 2 successive discounts on a laptop, Mona pay 512. If the marked price of the laptop is 800, then find the rate of successive discount. First of all, how much is the effective discount given? Effective discount given is 800 minus 512, that is 288. Effective discount percentage is 288 by 800 into 100. That goes like 3 and 6. 36% is the effective discount. Now, formula to find effective discount when 2 successive discounts are given is given by 2d minus d square by 100. 2 successive discounts and same discounts are given. Let the same discount rate is d. Then effective discount is calculated with help of formula 2d minus d square by 100. Please go through rule 3 from the master class of profit and loss. Now we see that 2d minus d square by 100 is 36. It is minus something which is 36 and this is 2d. So now identify from the option itself and put in place of d such that this calculation should comes around to 36. 10 into 2 is 20 minus something cannot be 36. 30 minus something is not 36. 24 minus something is not 36. It has to be 20. 40 minus 20 into 20 by 100, that gives 36. Use option once you have fitted in with the properties. That 36% we require by putting d equals to something such that 2d minus d square by 100 is 36. Option C, 20% is the pick. Upstream, downstream. Ratio of speed of boat in downstream. Speed of boat in downstream is m plus w. And speed in upstream direction is m minus w. This is given in the ratio of 6:5. If it takes 1.5 more hours to travel the same distance in upstream direction than the downstream direction, fine. Then find the ratio of speed of boat in still water and the speed of stream. So this information, if not also given, we can find this ratio because we have got this particular thing. It is simply componendo and dividendo. M plus W plus M minus W upon M plus W minus M plus W equals 6 plus 5 upon 6 minus 5. We can see this is 2m by 2w, that is m by w equals 11:1. So the ratio of m stands for actually speed of boat in still water, and w stands for speed of stream, that is speed of water. Ratio is 11:1, that is 11. Option D is the pick. Okay, next one from geometry. The radius of a circle is 15 centimeter. We have a circle. PQ is a chord which is at a distance of 12 centimeter from the center. PQ is a chord. Distance from the center means always the perpendicular distance. It is pre-assumed. Distance from the center to any chord on a circle is nothing but perpendicular distance. So if center is O, this OM is 12. And if I join OQ, this is the radius of the circle, which is given as 15 centimeter. What is the length of the chord PQ? Now, theorem number 1 which need to be used is, if a perpendicular is dropped from the center on any chord, it bisects the chord. That means M is the midpoint of P and Q. Now we can see that in triangle OMQ, this is a right angle triangle, perpendicular is 12, MQ is x let, and OQ the hypotenuse is 15. That means 12 is square 144 plus x is square equals 15 is square, that is 225. So x square is 225 minus 144, that is 81. So x is equals to root 81, that is 9 centimeter. So length of the chord PQ is twice the length of MQ, that is 9, and this is also 9. So length is 18 centimeter. Option C is the pick. Ray, an artist, is creating a shade of purple color and he needs 180 ml of this mixture. He mixes 4 parts of blue color and 5 parts of red color to create this mixture. This is mixed in the ratio of 4:5. That means to get 180 ml, 4 plus 5 is 9, 180 by 9 is 20. He needs 4 into 20, 80 ml of blue color, and 5 into 20 is 100 ml of red color. He goes to the art store and realizes that the individual colors are only available in 20 ml and 40 ml packs. What is the least amount of paint in number of packs that Ray needs to purchase to make the shade of purple color? Now, we have this data with us. Now is logic. we need the minimum number of packs. So to get 80 ml of blue color, we require 2 packs of 40 ml. Done. To get 100 ml of red color, Ray should buy 2 packs of 40 ml and 1 pack of 20 ml. Why to buy 3 packs of 40 ml and waste 20 ml? So buy 2 packs of 40 ml and 1 pack of 20 ml. So total he should buy 2 packs of 40 ml blue plus 2 packs of 40 ml red and 1 pack of 20 ml red. Minimum number of packs he should buy is 5. Answer is determinable. It is not cannot be determined. It is determinable. And option 5, option B, which is 5, answer fits in. One of my favorite and an interesting question from permutation and combination. Give it a try. Number of ways in which different 5-digit numbers can be formed using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 different elements taking 5 at a time, such that digits are in increasing order. Digits are in increasing order means they are following just one pattern. They are not arranging themselves. That means if we use permutation here and if we do 8p5, we would get 8p5 different types of arrangement. But here only one fixed arrangement is required, and that is the chosen digits. Remember it, the chosen digits should be in increasing order. That means other arrangements are all void. All are of no use. It means simply what? Whenever you need to follow a specific pattern in arrangement, treat those objects as alike items. Here, these 5 chosen elements would be treated as alike items if we are arranging them, because only one of the arrangement is acceptable. So final figure would be 8p5 divided by factorial 5. Because these 5 chosen elements would be treated as alike elements. Why they are treated as alike element? Because out of all the different arrangement process possible, only one is selected. And what is that? Where the digits are in increasing order. So 8p5 divided by factorial 5 is nothing but 8c5 simply. That is 8c3, because we know NCR is equals to NCN minus R. And we also know that NCR is equals to NPR divided by factorial R. So we are using both concepts. So this is 8 into 7 into 6 by factorial 3 is 6. That is 56 ways. Or 56 numbers of 5 digits can be formed out of the given digit such that digits are in increasing order. Option A is the pick. Now, a question from time and work. Abraham can complete a task in 12 days. Jade can complete it in 18 days. Carl can complete the same task in X days. Carl started the task. After 3 days, Abraham and Jade joined. If the task is completed in 4 more days, that means Carl have worked for 3 plus 4, 7 days, Jade for 4 days, and Abraham for 4 days. This is their days working. And the job is done. We can use the fraction of the day format. That if A is able to complete the work in 12 days, in 4 days A would be completing 4 by 12 part of the work. Similarly, as J can complete the work in 18 days, in 4 days he would be completing 4 by 18 part of the work. And in 7 days, C would be completing 7 by X part of the work, and the total work done is equals to 1 because work is completed. Now if we solve this fraction, we can very easily find the value of X. So 7 by X is 1 minus 4 by 12, 1 by 3 minus 2 by 9. So 9 minus 5 is 4 by 9. So X equals 7 into 9, 63 by 4. 15, 3 by 4, 15.75 days. Value of X is 15.75. Option D is the pick. The weights of the bags of Ben and Jerry are in the ratio 9:4. And the weights of the bags of Jerry and Ken are in the ratio of 2:3. Okay, we know the rule for combined ratio. We just need to find the combined ratio. This is 4. To make this 4, let us multiply this by 2. Then this will become 4 and 6. That means combined ratio BJK is 9:4:6. What does Ben bag weight if the sum of the weights of all three is 19 kg? Okay, 9 plus 4 plus 6 is 19. 19x is 19. X is equals to 1. So bag of Ben's bag weight is 9x. That is 9 into 1, 9 kgs. Option D is the pick. N equals to minus 12 plus 15m, and m is an integer. What will be the maximum value of m for which n is less than 156? That means minus 12 plus 15m is less than 156. 15m is less than 156 plus 12. That is, it is less than 168. So m is less than 168 by 15. So it goes like 1 times, and 165 is 11 point something. And since m is an integer, it is 11 plus. Value of m, the maximum value of m can be 11. Maximum value of m can be 11 such that value of n is less than 156. 11 into 15 is how much? 165. 165 minus 12 is 153. See, when m is equals to 11, value of n is coming at 153, which is less than 156. Option C is the pick. Okay, now we have application of combination in geometry. There are 8 points on a plane, out of which 5 points are on a straight line and no other 3 points lie on a straight line. 5 points are collinear. Find the number of triangles that can be formed using these 3 points. To build a triangle, we require 3 points. So out of 8 points, we can have 8 C3 triangles, but we will lose out 5 C3 triangles because of the collinearity of 5 points. So number of triangles that we can have is 8C3 minus 5C3. 8C3, 8, 7, 6 by 6 minus 5C3 is 5C2, that is 10. 56 minus 10 is 46. 46 triangles we can have. So if we have m points on a plane, out of which n are collinear, number of triangles are mc3 minus nc3. If number of straight lines are asked, number of straight line would be mc2 minus nc2 plus 1. Because in case of a straight line, these collinear points will also give one extra line. And if number of quadrilateral are asked, it would be mc4 minus nc4 and on and on. Use it and solve. Jacob invests 7,82,000 in a saving bank account at a rate of X% compounded quarterly in Jain 2020. If the total amount received by Jacob in March 2021 So in these kind of question, it is always assumed that investment is made at the beginning and amount is drawn at the end. 1 quarter means 3 months time period. So from Jan 2020 to March 21, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will have 5 of such quarters. That means n, or the number of transition period in this case, would be 5. And the amount received is 951,422. Now in case of compound interest, we know the formula. Amount is equals to P into 1 plus I, or R by 100 to the power n. So in this case, we have 951,422 equals 782,000 into 1 plus I to the power 5. So let first find this value. If I can approximate this, 95 by 78 is how much? 178, 15.7.02, 156. So 140 again. This will be around, this is less than 2, 1.21 something, or 1.22. So 1 plus I to the power 5 would be 1.22. Now, out of the option given, we need to divide all the option by 4 because this is the percentage rate given per annum. So by 4 is 5%, by 4 2%, by 4 4%, 3%. Which value should come in place of I, so that power 5 will give you 1.22, 1.218 something like that. If I put 4 into 4, 16 into 16, 256. 16 is square is 256. It's nearing. 5 into 5, 25. 25 into 25, 625. ऊपर चला जाएगा ये सब. So I should try with 4, and 1.04 to the power 5 shall give around 1.216. That would be 1.22. We'll go with 4%. That means answer is 16%. Option C. Do work out with options. Sometimes because we don't have any calculating devices, we need to approximate and solve. A classical take on combination group effects, and give it a try. Pause, give it a try. Then we'll see the solution. A florist had 10 distinct flowers, 10 different elements. He wants to make 2 bouquets such that each bouquet contained at least 3 flowers, but not more than 5. Also, both contained same number of flowers. So we have bouquet 1 and 2. It may contain at least 3. Then this should also contain 3. If it contains 4, this should also contain 4. If it contains 5, this should also contain 5. And obviously more than 5 is not possible. In how many different ways he can create 2 bouquets? Now we need to understand that we have got 10. First, if we select 3 out of this 10, then from the remaining 7, we need to select 3. In how many ways we can do this? 10C3. 10C3 would be 10 into 9 into 8 by 6, that is 120. And 7C3 is 7 into 6 into 5 by 6, that is 35. So that would be 120 into 35, 350 and 74, 200 ways. Or if we are selecting 4, 4, first we will select 4 out of these 10. Then from the remaining 6, we need to select 4 for bouquet number 2. 10C4 would be 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 by 120. Gone 3, 3, 4, 2. So 7 into 6 is... okay, I did the mistake. It is not by 120. It should be by factorial 4. That is 24. 10, 9, 8, 7 by 24, 3. 210 into 64 is 62, 6 into 5 by 2, 5 into 3 is 15. Okay, 21 into 15, 315, it would be 3150. Or he can select 5 and 5. So he need to select 10 out of 5. Then from the remaining 5, he would be selecting 5 in 5C5 ways. 10C5 would be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 by factorial 5. This is 120 gone. 6 to 4. 28 into 9. 28 into 9. 280 minus 28 is 252. Into 5C5 is 1. That is 252. So total number of ways in which he can create the two bouquets is 4200 plus 3150 plus 252. On adding, we'll get 7602. That is in option B. P is to Q is 5 is to 9. Then find the value of P plus Q upon P minus Q. That is componendo dividendo they are looking out for. It would be 5 plus 9 upon 5 minus 9. 14 by minus 4. That is minus 7 by 2. Option B is the pick. P into Q into R is equals to 45. Then how many different number of solution of this equation is possible if P, Q, R are positive integer? Very beautiful question with different concepts. First of all, product of three number is equals to 45. 45 is equals to 3 square into 9 into 5. 5 to the power 1. Number of factors of 45 would be 2 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. That is 3 into 2, 6. 6 factors. Now, product of 3 number is equals to 45. In how many ways it is possible is given by number of factors divided by number of variable. Number of variable are 3. 6 by 3 is 2. That means in 2 ways we can get that P into Q into R is equals to 45. One of the ways is 1 into 9 into 5. That is 45. Another way would be 1 into 3 into 15. That is 45. Only these two are the possible ways where all P, Q, R are positive integers, where P into Q into R is equals to 45. What is the method? Find the number of factors, divide by the number of variables in the product. There are 3 number of factors by number of variables in the product is 3. That is 2 ways. Only 2 ways it is possible. Now, we can see that 195 can be arranged themselves in factorial 3, that is 6 ways. That is 1 into 9 into 5, that is P is 1, Q is 9 and R is 5. Then we can also have 1 into 5 into 9, P is 1, Q is 5 and R is 9. Similarly, this can be arranged in 6 ways. Again, 1 is to 1, 3 and 15 can also be arranged in factorial 3, that is 6 ways. So in how many different number of solutions we can have? 6 plus 6, that is 12 solutions of different values of P, Q, R is possible, which will give us the product 45. Go through this once again. Number of factors divided by the number of variables in the product to get how many combinations are possible. 2 combinations are possible. Then in the given combination, we need to permute to find the number of solution. Answer 12. There are 16 points in a plane. 7 points among them are collinear, and except for these 7 points, no other 3 points are in the same straight line. Find the number of quadrilaterals formed by joining these points. We know that to form a quadrilateral, we need 4 points. So out of the 16 points given, we can have 16 C4 quadrilaterals. Fine. But since these 7 points are collinear, we lose out 7 C4 quadrilaterals. So total number of effective quadrilaterals which you can form is 16C4 minus 7C4. 16C4 is 16 into 15 into 14 into 13 divided by 4 factorial, that is 24. 4, 4 or 8, 2, 8, 3, and this is 5. So 14 into 13, 12, 1, 7, 8 and 1. So this is 1820. Now 7C4 is 7C3, that is 7, 6, 5 by 6, that is 35. So number of quadrilaterals are 1820 minus 35, 15 gaya, 1785 quadrilaterals we can have. Option D. Two identical systems A and B are provided with inlays of different flow rates such that system A can be filled in 16 minutes while system B can be filled in 24 minutes. Identical, that means same volume A and B, but their pipes flow is different. If the two systems are bought at the same height and connected at the bottom, okay, like this, and both the inlets are open simultaneously, how long does it take for both the systems to be filled? It's just a gimmick. It is nothing but two pipes are working on a system and with different rates. In what time they can fill in the tank is given by xy upon x plus y. Go through rule 8 from the master class of time and work or the rule book. Link is there in the description below. So total time required would be 16 into 24 divided by 16 plus 24. 16, 24 is 40. This is 10. This is 4. 96 by 10 is 9.6 minutes. In 9.6 minutes, both the system would be filled to the rim. 9.6. Option D is the pick. Okay, the next take from profit and loss. Let's see. Yummy buys 20 apples for $120. Cost price is 120. She found that 20% of the apples are rotten. 20% is 4. So she is left with 16 and have to be discarded. Gone. She is left with only 16 apples. At what price per unit should she sell the remaining apples, that is 16, to get an overall profit of 20%. Now her cost price is 120. She needs 20% profit. 12 into 2, 24. She needs 24 rupees profit. That means she wants to sell it for 144. So selling price of 16 apples is 144. So question asks is what is price per unit? Selling price of one apple is 144 by 16. 16 into 9 is 144. That is $9. Option B is the pick. Give it a try. Few classical questions are also there. Pause. Solve it yourself. You must be having a solution by now, I guess. Okay, let's see. Which of the following is the greatest prime factor of this expression? 4 to the power 8 minus 4. So that is 2 to the power 16 minus 2 square. Or if I take common 2 square, that is 2 to the power 14 minus 1. 2 to the power 14 is 1024 into 16. That would be 16384. Minus 1 is, this is 4 into 16383. Now we can look at the options. 3 is a prime number. 129 is 3 into 43. It is not a prime number. So out of these two, the greatest one is 127, which is a prime number. So let me try dividing 16383 by 127 and check. Once 127, 63 minus 27 would be 36. Then 2 times 254, we will be left with 1143. 127 into 9. 9763 6 1824 114. Done. Bingo. That means 16383 is 129 into 127. So the entire expression is actually 2 square into 129 is 3 to the power 1 into 43 to the power 1 into 127 to the power 1. Now 127 is the prime number. The greatest prime factor of this given expression is 127. That is option B. A classic question from Races and Games. Okay, let's see. 3 people, R, O and D, run on the same track. First, R starts. 15 seconds later, O starts. And 10 seconds after that, D starts. So when D starts, R would be at this position and O would be at this position. Okay. So by the time D have started, R have ran 15 plus 10, that is 25 seconds. And by the time D is starting, O have ran 10 seconds. ROD runs at 10 minutes per second, 15 minutes per second and 20 minutes per second respectively. So 10 into this 25 is 250. This DR distance is 250 and 10 into 15 is 150. So DO distance is 150 meter. So 250 minus 150, this is 100 meter. This is the position distance wise on the same track at the time where D started. Now O reaches the finish line 10 seconds after David. So suppose this is the finish line. David have reached here, D, and O reaches after 10 seconds, means O was here when David reaches the end line. O reaches after 10 seconds. That means the distance between this O and D at the time where D reaches the end point is 10 into speed of O, that is 15, that is 150 meters. Now if I combine these two with respect to D and O only, I'll get something like this. D started, O was 150 meters ahead of him. When D ended, O is 150 meters behind him in the given time. Okay, let the length of the track is L. Then the time taken by D to complete the track with the speed of 20 meter per second, let the length be L meter, is L by 20. Now in this given time, the distance traveled by O is nothing but L minus 150 minus 150, that is 300. At what speed? At the speed of 15. If we compare this, we can get the length of the track. 4, 3. 3L equals 4L minus 1200. Length of the track is 1200 meters. Now we have the length of the track. Now whatever question is asked, we would be in a better position to answer. Now what is the question? How long after O reaching the finish line does Ron reach the finish line? Okay. R is running at a speed of 10 meter per second. To complete the 1200 meter track at the speed of 10 meter per second, R will require 120 seconds. O will require 1200 by 15, that is 80 seconds to complete the track. Now O have started 10 seconds after Ron have started. First Ron starts, 15 seconds later O starts. O starts after 15 seconds. That means 80 plus 15 will add up. 95 seconds is the time taken by O with respect to R. With respect to R, O have taken 80 seconds for himself to cover the track and he started 15 seconds after R. So with respect to R, O have taken 95 seconds to complete the track. The difference between R time and O time is 120 minus 95, that is 25 seconds. Ron will reach the finish line after 25 seconds after O have reached the finish line. Option A is the pick. Please follow the pattern, find the length of the track, and then find the answer which is asked. The cost price and marked price of an article is 250 and 300 respectively. Cost price and marked price. Discount is offered on marked price, and profit is calculated on cost price. The discount offered on the article was 15%. So minus 15% discount, 15% of 300 is 45. That means selling price is 255. Find the profit percentage incurred on selling the article. Profit is selling price minus cost price, that is 5. And profit percentage is always calculated on cost price. That is profit divided by cost price into 100. So profit is 5 by 250 into 100 goes 5 times and 2. That is 2% is the profit. Option A fits in. The ratio of score of M, B and K in a test is in the ratio 4:5:7. The total score is 160. Then what is M score? M portion is 4 by 4 plus 5, 9 plus 7 is 16. And his score will be into 160. That goes 10 times. So his score is 40. Option A is the pick. D salary, Damon's salary is 15% less than Nina's salary. Okay. And Charles' salary is 22,000. Charles' salary is 22,000. And it is 10% more than Nina's salary. So if Nina's salary is X, Charles' salary is X plus 10% of X. That is 0.1X. That is 1.1X. That means Nina's salary is 22,000 divided by 1.1, that will give us 20,000. Done. What is Damon's salary? Damon's salary is 15% less than Nina's salary. So Damon's salary is 20,000 minus 15% of 20,000 is 3,000. That means his salary is 17,000. And that is in option D. Trace sold her toolkit at a profit of 18%. So if cost price is 100, selling price is 100 plus 18, that is 118. If she bought it for 150, then find the amount she gained on selling it. Okay, so amount he gained on selling it is nothing but 18% of 150 because cost price is 150. So we just need to find 18% of 150. That's it. Gone 2, 5, 2, 9 and 5, 15, 3. 9 into 3 is $27 is the profit or the gain. Option C. A bus is traveling at a speed of 50 meter per second. Why I call it meter? Because I have seen that here is kilometer. So it is 50 meter per second. And passes by a woman standing 1.7 kilometer, that is 1.7 into 1000, 1700 meters away. Car, women or bus in this case, this is 1700 meter. What is the time the bus passes by the woman? What is the time required by the bus from this point to pass away? So it is simply distance is this. Speed is 50 meter per second. So we know that time is equals to distance divided by speed. That is 1700 by 50 meter per second. So we'll get answer in seconds. And 170 by 5 is 34 seconds. So it will take 34 seconds for the bus to pass a woman which is standing 1.7 kilometer away. Option B is the pick. Nina bought a horse for $1,400 and sold it. Cost price is $1,400. Sold it at a profit of 15%. Find the selling price. We just need to add 15% of 1,400. That would be 15 into 14. 140,210. So 1610 should be the selling price. Selling price, cost price plus profit. That is in option D. In a test, the pass percentage was 45%. Ronnie wrote it, got 240 marks and failed by 30 marks. That means to pass it clearly, Ronnie must have scored 240 plus 30, that is 270 marks. And that should be equivalent to 45% of total marks. Now, what is the question? Find the value of 80% of the marks. So, 45% of the total marks is 270. So 80% of the total marks should be 270 by 45 into 80. 95930, that goes 6 times more. 80 into 6 is 480. So 80% of the total marks is 480. Option C is the pick. Don't find 100% and then find 80%. It's just a time of waste. Save time. 45% is 270. How much is 80%? Moving on with the geometry, product of sides of a triangle is 576. That means ABC, if sides of the triangle, then product is 576. Area of the triangle is 32. Find the circumradius. Circumradius formula for any such type of triangle is product of the three sides divided by 4 times the area of the triangle. Is 576 divided by 4 into 32. So 4, 1, 16, 4, 16, 4. And 4, 8, 4, 3 times 12 and 24 is 6. 2, 4, 2, 18. That means it is 4.5 centimeter. Option A is the pick. Okay, hopefully you have the answer. Let's see the solution. In a company, Telecom United Private Limited, 25% of total women, let total women are 100. So 25 women are more than 29 years old. And 80% of the total are less than or equals to 60 years old. 60 years, less than 60 years, we have got 80 women. More than 60 years, we have got 20 women. Okay. And more than 29, we have got 25% of the total. So that is 20 gone. This range is 5. Less than this range is 75. This is the breakup what we have. 30% of all women play baseball. So we have taken 100, we have assumed 100 women. 30%, that means 30 women play baseball. If 10% of the women above the age of 60 play baseball, above the age of 60 we have got 20 women. 10% of this is 2. So above the age of 60, we have got 2 women who play baseball. So rest 28 are from this range. Now the question is, what percentage of the baseball players, that is out of 30, are less than or equals to 60 years? So less than or equals to 60 years, out of 30 we have got 28 women. So the percentage we are looking out for is 28 by 30. 28 by 30 is 14 by 15, which can be written as 1 minus 1 by 15. When converted into percentages, 100% minus 1 by 15 is 6.66%. So what we get is 93.33%. So 93.33% of the baseball players are aged less than or equals to 63 years. Option A fits in. One from probability, give it a try. A bag contains 5 orange, 3 blue and 6 yellow balls. Total 14. Sorry, 5, no, it is 4. Total 13. Total we have got 13 balls. 3 balls are drawn at random. Okay. So total number of outcomes would be 13C3. Let me calculate this. Is 13 into 12 into 11 by 6. We know that NC3 is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 by 6. It go twice. That is 26 into 11. That is 286 cases. Find the probability that at most 2 yellow balls are drawn. At most 2 yellow balls. That means we need the probability of 0 yellow or 1 yellow or 2 yellow. So instead of finding 3 different set of probability, can I say this is nothing but 1 minus probability of all balls are yellow. All 3 balls are yellow. So 1 is the total probability minus probability of getting 3 yellow balls is sufficient enough for us to find the answer. So this is 1 minus, we have got 6 yellow balls, 6C3 by 13C3. Now 6C3 is 6 into 5 into 4 by 6, that is 20. So final answer is 1 minus 20 by 286, that is 266 by 286. Divide this by 2, 133 by 143, and yes, that we have in option A. A classical take from permutation and combinations. How many words can be formed using E, 2F, 2G, J and 2T such that G and J don't occupy last position? So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 objects, out of which these 3 objects are repeating themselves twice. So total number of arrangements would be factorial 8 by factorial 2, factorial 2, factorial 2. We are discounting for the like items. So this is factorial 8 by 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. That is factorial 7. So total number of arrangement would be factorial 7. But here we have a case that G and J don't occupy last position. Now suppose last position is occupied by 2G and a J. So in how many ways we can select one out of these 3 is 3C1. That means this G can take place, or this G can attend this place, or this J. Then how many arrangement would be possible if G or J are coming at the end? Would be remaining 7 factorial into 3C1 divided by factorial 2, factorial 2, factorial 2. That is 7 factorial into 3C1 is 3 by 8. So out of the total cases, we need to deduct these many cases. Then we will get all the arrangement where G and J don't occupy the last position. So final answer is factorial 7 common, 1 minus 3 by 8, So that is factorial 7 is 5040 into 1 minus 3 by 8 is 5 by 8. 8 goes this 6 and 24, 630 times. 5 into 630 will give 3150. So total number of words that can be formed is 3150. That is in option C. A motorboat whose speed in still water is 8 km per hour, m is 8, went 60 km downstream. So speed of downstream is m plus w. Time taken would be 60 divided by m plus w, where w is the speed of the stream. And return to his starting point and return. So time taken in return would be 60 divided by 8 minus w, upstream speed. If the round trip took a total of 16 hours, this is equals to 16. We just need to solve this and find the value of w. So 60, 8 minus w plus 8 plus w is 8 into 2 is 16 by 64 minus w square. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Gone. 64 minus w square is 60. That will give w square 4. W is root 4. That is 2. So speed of stream is 2 km per hour. Option A is the pick. We know that speed upstream is m minus w and speed downstream is m plus w. Moving on to probability. Probability of snowfall on Wednesday is 0.4 and on Friday is 0.5. What is the probability that there will be snowfall on both days? Is simply multiply their probability because they are independent events. So 4 by 10 into 5 by 10, that is half. So it will give 1 by 5. Option C fits in. Harry fills a water tank to 80% of the capacity. Okay. If he draws 4 liter of water out of this tank, and now it becomes 75% of his capacity. That means this is 5% of the capacity of the tank is equivalent to 4 liter. Find the capacity of the tank, that is 100%. 4 by 5 into 100, that would be 80 liters. So the capacity of the tank is 80 liters. That is there in option D. Two numbers are in the ratio 13 is to 11. That means number are 13x and 11x, where x is the common ratio. Difference of the number is 8. Difference is 2x, which is equals to 8. That means x is 4. So this number is 44 and this is 13 into 4, 52. Find the smaller of the two number. Smaller of the two number is 44. Bingo, option C. In 2018, the transportation cost of a car was 25% of its manufacturing cost. So if manufacturing cost was 100, transportation cost was 25% of 100, that is 25. From 2018 to 2019, its manufacturing cost went up by 20%. That means manufacturing cost now is 100 plus 20% of 100, that is 120. Okay, its transportation cost in 2019 was 40% of the manufacturing cost. So transportation cost is 40% of manufacturing cost, that is 48. From 25, it has risen to 48. By what percent should the total cost? Now, we can see here total cost is manufacturing cost plus transportation cost. So total cost in 2018 was 125 and total cost in 2019 is 168. Question is, by what percentage should the total cost in 2019 be reduced to bring it back to 2018. So we need to bring it back to 125. 125 deduct 3, 4, 43 points we need to deduct over 168. Because comparison is with the 2019. By what percent should the total cost in 2019? It should be reduced by 43 on 2019. We are going back from 168 to 125. So percentage decrease would be 43 by 168 into 100. Roughly, if I do something like this, it will come around 25%. Okay, it should be 25.59%. Option A is the pick. Height of building A and building B is in the ratio 1:1, and height of building B and building C are in the ratio 5:9. So if we combine this, if I multiply this by 5, A:B:C ratio will be 5:5:9. Now, what is the question? What is buildings A's height in meters if some of the heights of all the three buildings is 950? Okay, so A height is 5x, B is 5x, C is 9x, 9 plus 10 is 19, 19x is 950, that means x is equals to 50. So height of building A is 5 into 50, that is 250 meters. Option B fits in. As said, these all are questions based on the actual question what we have seen in last 2-3 days on Aeon platform of Cognizant Campus Hiring 2023. So you might get such type of questions with some number of figure change or name change, but the format of the question would be same. So please give it a proper try. Pause the session, try to solve it yourself, and then look out for the solution. Reminded, no calculators are allowed, so be quick with your calculations. Practice. Let's see. Varun spends 36% of his salary on rent and groceries. From the remaining, so remaining is 100 minus 36, that is 64%. From the remaining, he spends 1/5 on medicine. 1/5, balance of 1/5 is 4/5. So he is left with now into 4/5. Done. And then spends half of the remaining. 1 minus half is half. That means he is left with, if I again multiply this with half, this much percentage of salary he is left with. This accounts to how much? 128 by 5%. 128 by 5% of the salary is left with him. And now if he is left with $4,320, then what was his salary? This much percentage is equivalent to 4,320. So 100% is equivalent to 4,320 into 5 by 128 into 100. This is what we need to calculate. $432. 4 will give 1080. Okay, 4 is 8 times. 4 will give 22870. 8, 4, 2, 425, and 2 is 135. So we have 135 into 5 into 25. That will give us 16875. Option D is the pick. So a question from set theory. How many subsets can be formed using the member of a set? Suppose the cardinal count of any set is P. That means there are P members. Then number of subsets are 2 to the power p. How this is derived? Taking no member at a time, taking one member at a time, taking two member at a time, till taking all members at a time. If I take n, instead of n, I should have written p, and taking all members at a time. Now this is equals to 2 to the power p. Now, out of this 2 to the power p subsets, one set is a null set, where we are taking no members at a time, and one is the set itself, when we are taking all members at a time. So now the question is, how many subsets can be formed using members of set A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cardinal count of set A is 6. Total number of subsets will be 2 to the power 6. That is 2, 4, 8, 64. But it is written excluding set A. That means set itself should be excluded. That is PCP, that is 6C6, that is 1. So total number of subsets which can be formed excluding set A is 64 minus 1, that is 63. Option D is the pick. Now what we have? If the sum of a square of two consecutive odd number is 6730, let the first number be x, then the second or the next consecutive odd number would be x plus 2. So we have this equation, x square plus x plus 2 whole square is 6730. We can convert this into a quadratic equation and solve for x very easily. This is one way of doing. A second way, pick up any number from option set, square it, find the next number, square it, add up and check. That is use of options. Now, is it easy for us to find the square of these number? Yes, if number ranges between 50 to 59, just learn this small trick to find the square of these number very easily. 50 to 59, any number which lies between 50 to 59, its square is written as 25 plus x slash x square, where x is the difference of the number from 50. Suppose number is n minus 50. Suppose we need 57 square. So it is 7 more than 50, that means x is 7. That means 57 square will be 25 plus 7, that is 32, and 7 square is 49. Now if we have 59 square, 9 plus 25 is 34 and 9 square is 81, that is 59 square. Now if I add them up, I am getting 6730. Now from where I have picked up this 57, that is 57 is the lowest one among the option. From option I have picked up, then I have taken the next one, added up, and it landed up to 6730. 57 is the smaller of this number. We can use the options and solve it. Now if you actually don't want to use option, then the simplest way is find the half of this sum, because this is sum of two numbers. Half of 6730 would be 3365. 3365. Now just find the square root of 3365. If you know the long square root method, it will go 5 times 25, then we have 865. 5 double of 5 is 10, into 8 it will work. It will get 864, remainder is 1. That means 3365 is just more than 58. Now the two numbers on the side of 58 are 57 and 59. That would be your answer. So we have got three different processes to solve this. Whichever format, whichever process you like, just do it. Answer to this question is 57 is the smaller number. Samuel purchased a horse for $250,000 and car for $50,000. He sold the house for $260,000 and car for $40,000. Then find his resultant profit percentage. So total cost for Samuel is $3 lakh and total selling price received is also $3 lakhs. Profit is equals to selling price minus cost, that is 0. So no profit, no loss. Option D is the pick. Jain invested 18,000 in a saving bank account that earns 10% interest compounded annually. Good. What is the total amount at the end of 2 years? Amount in case of compound interest is given by P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. Here P is 18,000, R is 10%, and N is 2 years. So that would be 18,000 into 10 plus 1, 11, 121 by 100. Let's go. We need 121 into 18. 18, 1, 18, 1, 36, 37, 3, and 18 plus 3 is 21. So it is 21780 is the amount she will receive after 2 years. Option C is the pick. Sonam treks a mountain upwards with the speed of 10 km per hour and treks down the mountain with the speed of 18 km per hour. What is Sonam's average speed? Given that there is no resistance in climbing upward and coming downward, there is no favor. So assuming that, because nothing is given about that, it's not a physics question, it's a maths question. Average speed when distance traveled is same would be given by 2s1 s2 divided by s1 plus s2. So you may go through rule 9. Link is there in the description below for hacking the averages. Average speed is 2 into 10 into 18 divided by 10 plus 18 is 28. So it goes 14, this is 5 and 7, that is 90 by 7. So 7 into 13 is 91. It needs to be just less than 13, 12.85. Option D is the pick. Time and work. Again, Ronnie and Jack working together can complete the job in 24 days. R plus J will take 24 days. Ronnie alone can do it in 36 days. So how much time will Jack take to do it alone? Formula is pretty simple. It is xy upon y minus x. Product by difference. Rule 8. Link is there in the description. 24 into 36 divided by 36 minus 24 is 12. It goes 2 times. That is 72. So Jack alone is doing it in 72 days. Let's move on. Both work for 6 days. Beautiful. And then Ronnie leaves. So if both are working for 6 days, job done by R plus J in 6 days would be 6 by 24 because they both are completed in 24 days. That is 1/4. 1/4 work is done. Now Ronnie leaves. Jack is completing the remaining work in how many days? Work left for Jack is 3/4 of the work. 1/4 is already done. And Jack would be completing 3/4 of the work in 3/4 into 72. 4 goes 1 and 18. Correct. So 18 into 3 is 54 days. Jack would be completing the remaining work in 54 days. Option B is the pick. This is the slowest way I've ever solved a time and work question. Move slowly and just do it. Again, combined ratio question once again. Please practice these. These are pretty simple. Save time here so that you can invest time in other questions too. Ratio of marks obtained by L and A in physics is 4:5. And marks obtained by A and R is 6:7. So our combined ratio would be 24 is to 30 is to 35. Go through rule 5. Link is there in the description to dwell deeper into these concepts. What is Logan marks? That is 24 by total is 60, 80, 89. Lohan's proportion is 24 by 89. And if the sum of marks obtained by all three of them is 1068. 99 is a prime number, 9, 2, 18, 1, or we can do like this, 89 and 178, 178. Good, it will go 12 times. So Logan's marks in physics is 24 times 12, that is 240 plus 48, 288. Option C is the pick. Very interesting take on profit and loss. If by selling some medicine for 127, selling price is 127, Winnie gains 27, profit is 27. Selling price minus profit is cost price is 100. Find a gain percent is always calculated on cost price, please remember this. So that would be 27 by 100 into 100. Gain percent is 27% and nothing else. Option D is the pick. So, thank you everyone for participating, and this is Mohit signing off from MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio 2 on this hope that you will find these questions when you are writing Cognizant campus hiring this season on Aeon platform. Have patience, believe in yourself, and you will do all 20 of these quants questions. So on this note and on this hope, I'll see you soon. Thank you everyone once again.